Hi guys, my name's Emma and let's talk spooky stuff. First of all, I really want to thank you guys again for helping me reach 10K. I cannot believe it. I'm fine, by the way. I had a lot of people concerned about me in my last video, but it wasn't meant to be like a sob story. I'm sorry if it seemed like that. I was meant to show that, you know, although negative stuff happens in your life, there's always something positive, and the positive way outweighed the negative. That's what that was about. I'm fine. I don't know if you can tell, my hands are still jacked up from my my reaction, but I got my 9K back, so I'm all good. Anyway, today we're gonna talk about something that I'm sure you guys have been waiting for a little while from me, but I wanted to make sure that I had a solid list of films that I really was looking forward to. I didn't want to just name a whole bunch of films that were coming out this year. So obviously I like to get passionate about my movies, and this is me predicting that hopefully these ones are gonna be good, and fingers crossed. Let me know down below what you guys are looking forward to, and let's just get straight into it. A Quiet Place. This is a film I've been hearing a lot from you guys about, and I finally watched the trailer. Wow. It seems to me like a Hush, It Comes at Night type situation. If you don't know about the film, if you haven't seen the trailer, it is about a family who seem to be signing to each other using sign language to communicate, but not because they're actually deaf, more because they don't want to make a sound, because whatever is out there in the forest is out to get them, and if they make a sound, it will find them. Terrifying. It is kind of like something that you can't escape, and I love that play in senses. I love that kind of stuff. Something interesting about this film is it stars Emily Blunt, and it also stars John Krasinski, who actually directed the film as well, which is bizarre. I'm sure you guys know him from The Office, but I am really excited for this one, and I really hope it does deliver, because I know a lot of you guys are super psyched about it. It will be out in America and the UK and Australia around April, so I'm really excited that we can kind of all see it at the same time. Next one I want to talk about is Unsane. Oh my god, I'm really psyched for this film. I predict it's gonna be like The Split of 2018, a little bit different. It is about a woman who, she doesn't really know she's doing it, but she commits herself into an institution, a mental institution, and there she has to kind of figure out if she is the one insane or if everyone around her is insane. It sounds really unoriginal, but the thing about this film is it's actually all filmed on an iPhone. And before you say anything, don't worry, it's directed by the same guy who did Traffic and Aaron Brockovich. He knows what he's doing. He's got this. But the trailer just looks fucking epic, and I really recommend to look it up. It's one of those ones that kind of give away some of the storyline. It's got to do about a stalker, which you guys know I love. But I really like the music in the trailer. It just gave me chills down my spine, and the angles and the rawness of the iPhone, it's gonna just strip it all back, and I think it's gonna be something really special. This one is due out in March for the UK and America, but in Australia, of course, it has not been announced. If you guys have not got me on Twitter, you probably missed the storm, which was me figuring out what Lizzie was. If you guys are a fan of the Lizzie Borden murders, I guess you're not a fan if you're interested by them. If you know about them, oh my god, have I got a treat for you. Chloe Sevigny and Kristen Stewart star in this tale of Lizzie Borden. If you guys have been living under a rock, the Lizzie Borden family murders is just an insane story about a woman going completely AWOL, and I fucking love it. There's also a TV series, miniseries with Christina Ricci in it. It's called Lizzie Borden Took an Axe, and she's very dramatic in it, and I love it. But I was very interested by the cast in this one, and although it doesn't really make the horror deadline, for me, it does make one of these films that I'm really excited to see this year, so I thought I'd sneak that in there if you weren't aware of it. If you're into the Lizzie Borden like I am, I'm sure you guys would be as psyched as I am. Unfortunately, this one does not yet have a date, but it did show in the Sundance Film Festival, I think around like the 17th of January this year. So keep your eyes peeled and let me know if you guys see anything before I do. The Endless. I am a huge fan of this director. He did Spring, which I fucking love that movie. You haven't seen that movie, I do have a review on it, but just go watch it. It will blow you away. If you're into sci-fi horror, oh my god, it's good. But he also did Resolution, which I wasn't a huge fan of, but I know some of you guys really liked that movie. So when I heard that there is a cult movie by him that's coming out this year, I was very psyched. This film was actually made in 2017 and did the festival rounds, but it will be released around March in 2018, so I'm very psyched about this one. It's about two brothers who return to the cult that they escaped from when they were children, to find out that maybe they were the crazy ones and the cult was right. It looks weird, almost like Black Mirror-ish, very sci-fi, I'm down. One that you might be surprised that I mention is The Nun. I know, right? This is just because out of The Conjuring, I'm not really a huge fan of The Conjuring. I'm more of an Insidious gal myself, but I really did like the nun aspect in The Conjuring 2. So when there was a spin-off, I'm like, yep, give me all you've got. I'm really into this. This one was filmed entirely in Romania, which psyched for. And it also is the second spin-off of the Conjuring series, obviously Annabelle, and actually it's the nun's third appearance in a film because she was in The Conjuring and then she was also in Annabelle Origin. So very interesting. She's just been popping up everywhere. But I still think that that scene in The Conjuring 2 was so scary, scarier than anything else in The Conjuring for me. You know, the painting scene. I just, oh my God. I like the religious aspects and things. I don't know what it is. I'm messed up. I love that though. It looks like for The Nun, it will be getting a July release in most countries. But again, Australia is not mentioned. Another one you may be surprised that I'm gonna talk about is Winchester. But I mean, who does not love a horror bio? I'm actually not really a huge fan of this gothic, type of film made in modern times, although I will say I'm a big fan of Crimson Peak and the others, so who am I to say that? But it has to have a little bit more to buy me. Like, I wasn't a fan of Woman in Black, but this one should be interesting because it's a horror movie we've all been waiting for. This film is about a widow who has made this house that makes no fucking sense, and from the outside it looks like a nightmare, and from the inside is the most haunted house on earth. It looks terrifying. It looks like things jumping out in the night. It's a lot of paranormal stuff, seances. But what I actually like the most about this film is it stars John Clark, who is an Aussie himself. But this film is also partly shot in Melbourne, Australia. So my accent comes out when I say Melbourne, Australia, doesn't it? But I'm very psyched for this one, very spooky. And this one we all get to see in February. So maybe me a little bit later than you guys, but I'm very psyched that we get to see it around the same time. I'll probably do a come with me for that one. Okay guys, I'm taking the plunge. I'm gonna say it, Suspiria. I have hope for this remake, I really do. And I know last year, this was me saying this about Rings, but girl, this is a remake, I'm pretty sure. There's not a lot of details out about it, but I really, really love the original. I love the Goblin soundtrack to it. I've seen Goblin perform it live. I'm a huge fan of this film. So I guess after it, I have hope. I have hope that remakes can happen, and I'm praying that this one will be good. I'm really sad that I think Natalie Portman was meant to be there, and then they switched directors and she's kind of dropped off, so she's not in it anymore. But we have Dakota Johnson, who I believe is from 50 Shades of Grey. I am going to fully disclose I have not seen any of those films. And it has Chloe Moretz and Tilda Swinton, evil itself. She is evil, and that's why we love her. She should have been Pennywise. That's what I think. But this film is gonna be a little bit different because it does not have the same Argento color palette that it's so famous for. All those beautiful reds and purples and blues. I love that. That is something that made the original so iconic. So I'm really interested just to have the storyline kind of take it away, because it is a really good storyline that I think they could play with and have fun with. If you don't know anything about what I'm saying right now, the original is about a woman who goes to a ballet school and she finds something sinister's going on behind the walls. It is great. It is very vibey, moody. So I'm really interested to see how they take this, if they're gonna make it more emotional than visual, if that makes any sense. And there's no release dates for this one as of yet, so this one actually might be pushed to next year. Hopefully not. Okay guys, you know what my last film is gonna be, and I'm sure most of you have written this in the comments already without even waiting to get to the end. Hereditary, yes. Thank God I waited to film this after that trailer has just dropped. This film looks sick. A24, I think it's A24, A24, has not let us down yet. Great production house, and this film, have you seen the trailer yet? Fucking stop this and go watch the trailer because it will blow your mind. This film stars another Aussie, Toni Collette. Praise be. She is living the dream with a screwed up family, and when her mother dies, she has to go and reflect on her past and her ancestry and figure out what's so twisted up and the sinister truth about her family. This has creepy kid vibes, it has fire, it has doll houses. The trailer is a mess, a beautiful mess, and I'm so into it. Oh my God, this film is gonna be so good and it's got such a hype going for it. I just know though, I just know. I really hope I'm not wrong with this one. This one kind of looks like a mix of like Carrie and The Omen with like a dash of The Killing of a Sacred Deer. I'm digging it. I'm loving this one. This one is looking like an early June release for the US. No one else has been talked about, but I'm hoping because we've got Toni Collette in there, they're gonna give it to us at the same time. Fingers crossed. I hope that this was satisfying for you guys. It was really good and scary to put all my like anticipated films out. I feel like this is the films that I'm trying to give my good vibes to, and I'm really hoping they come back. I've got a good feeling though, guys. I've got a good feeling about this year. Last year was also really awesome, and although all of the films I mentioned in my anticipated, except for like It, a couple of them were alright, but the others fell a bit short. So I'm hoping this year I've got something right. Hope you have your list ready. Let me know when you see the release dates coming out because I would love to know. Once again, thank you for reaching 10K. I will be opening a post box, like a PO box, because I promised I did that like when I had 5K. I'm definitely gonna do it, so keep your eyes out for that. And I'll talk to you guys very soon. I love you all so much. Bye.